Passengers, please finish boarding. The train is ready to depart. This train is now. Passengers, please finish boarding. The train is ready to depart. This train is now.
How you going?
Hey, how you going?
Yeah, I'm just a local, just tracking all the works.
Oh yeah?
Just,
Checking the joint out?
It's going to transform everything around us.
Yeah.
I've been tracking the level crossing removals and metro and now this and all the, 6 sites.
Yeah.
So please, if you want me to stop, I'm just passing through on foot.
No, man, good. It's public, you're fine. You can do whatever you want.
The legacy, I'm very jealous.
Yeah.
Like I was a kid when the loop was being built, I got really vivid memories of zigzagging across the worksite because they were going under the shot tower in the mid-70s.
Yeah.
And I've got the opportunity to do this, and I'm hoping that I'm the only one doing it. But even if I'm not, I was here in December or January, and I caught all this before it went.
Yeah.
So it's that before and after effect.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm in Blackburn, so I'll probably only go as far as Box Hill.
Yeah.
But it's good to be able to get out to Cheltenham and here as well.
And watch them go, yeah.
And watch it go because, what you guys are doing, you must be pretty pumped.
Yeah,
to be able to work on something so big. So
it's cool to be. Like I was here. I was actually one of the first ones on site. We sort of set up all the hoarding at the start, and that's good. It's sad watching all the old houses and stuff come down. But if it's going to happen, it's cool to be a part of the project and watch it from the start and see what it turns into. Sort of
because like my back, I'm an office boy. Like this isn't really me gardening gear. So late December they announced in the Age they had the draft planning precincts for each. So what I'm doing is I'm walking from the edge of the radius, 1.6 k's, to say, look, does everyone really understand the magnitude?
Yeah.
And then the tower's going to be up here.
Yeah.
So it's nice to be able to have the time, and then that it's not raining and pissing down and things. So, but if I ever cross paths with people like yourselves, and it's usually traffic that I chat to.
Yeah.
That if I'm going to cross where you guys are distracted, like I don't want to be a distraction to anyone.
Yeah,
I like to be really differential because I've kind of learnt by osmosis. Yeah. So because I'm on foot passing through doing this 1.6k walk, like there's no reason to bother you guys, but like if you want my details or anything.
Ah man, you're fine.
Yeah,
like,
thanks so much.
You're a stolen take bars, you're within your right, that's all right.
Yeah, and I'm not one of those people who says, look, it's public space, you can't stop me. I'm the opposite. Like I want to go out of professional respect. Yeah. Because the last thing I want to do is distract somebody who's operating big, heavy machinery, and he's distracted in the back of his head by someone like me. Yeah. Like that wouldn't be fair. So,
you're in your right, man. All good.
So thanks for the chat.
That's all right.
Because actually, I learn a lot by chatting to you all, and this is going to be like 6-7 years, isn't it? Do you think it'll take that long?
The project itself. I couldn't even tell you what the projection is. They talk about different stages of the Suburban Rail Loop. Yeah. And they, this stage from Cheltenham to Box Hill will be however long, and then there'll be Box Hill will wrap around the top, and it'll all link up with the airport. This is all, mate, it could be decades. I don't know how long.
I don't think I'll be using it when it's finished. Somehow. If
you want to, if you actually want to find out more info about it, they have a communications team that you can call. And they can give you projections and outlines and what's going to happen, or even when cool shit's going on here, they might be able to tell you the day that they bring the 700 tonner in and they throw some cool heavy shit around or whatever happens.
I've found when I started off in Blackburn in 2016, and I did go through those numbers, and I did end up meeting the grey hats, the site managers. But because I'm independent and not with an official mainstream
outlet, not like a media or something,
I kind of don't get the benefit of that, so I'm aware of it. Like I do track it, and then when it's published on mainstream media, and now they've got the site and they've released these plans, so I've kind of learnt how to track it from a distance. So but thanks for the tip, because I do have the SLRA number on my phone.
I'd love to help you more if I knew more. It's a little bit above my pay grade.
Look, I wouldn't bother you guys with that kind of request, because it's not your job. Like, you guys have got such a hard job dealing with the public as it is. And Surrey Hills last year was
I was part of that as well.
Wasn't it? It was just so angsty. Like I was doing this, and after about 6 weeks I gave up, because one of the grey hats or the blue hats he came up to me one day and he sort of didn't just stalk me, he just walked from a distance. Yeah. And he was on that side and he leant down with his fists on, not angry, but he leant down and he goes, oh mate, like you have today, what are you doing? And he goes, look, some of the guys have been on the radio, they saw you sitting under the crane, which is fine, but they're a bit, you know. Yeah. And I went, I walked off and I went, you know what, it's time to stop, because that's not the kind of conversation I want to have.
Yeah, fair enough.
Because, but it wasn't Surrey Hills. With the public, it was pretty angsty. Yeah. It was pretty bolshy, some of the...
It was a big, intense job.
Were you there the week when the bakery guy punched out one of you guys?
Yeah, yep.
It was
I was there the whole thing. It was a very big, very chaotic job.
Yeah.
I don't think there'll be another one like that.
No, it was...
But I mean, what they did...
Hard yards.
As far as a project like that, what they did in that time frame is phenomenal, man.
Yes.
Like that's something that they'll talk about. You know, that Surrey Hills job was the job, that was the OCO, the big cart, the machinery in there, the dirt they moved, like, that was heavy. That was cool. That's like we're saying, there's another cool one to be a part of.
Yeah.
Even though it was, you know, hectic and crazy and there was some shit that went on.
Well, I got frustrated because Blackburn was unfettered close up, but Surrey Hills was really tricky. Yeah. And I found myself not enjoying it as much. Yeah. But I was I got enough. I got about 6 weeks worth. So it's still sitting on the hard drive. But thank you so much for your time. My name's Sean. I probably won't be down here that often, but I'll mainly be Box Hill and I think Deacon mainly. But I'll float through here every so often. But
all good.
And I'm not wearing this for disguise. It's just to stay safe.
I wasn't sure if you were like one of the crew or
No, I'm pretty easy to spot. No hard hat, no steel toes, no steel cap toes. But I really appreciate you hearing me out because the last thing I want to do is be a nuisance. Yeah. Because it's not fair. Yeah. Good. But it looks awesome. Yeah. Like I'm so pleased I got here in December. Yeah. And now to see it like this, I've got some really nice before and afters. Yeah. Yeah, good. Yeah, thanks so much, Mick.
Oh, enjoy showing.
All the best. Yep. Yep. 20 minutes. Are you going? I'm a little bit confused. Where's Rose Street? Is that on the other side, do you reckon?
Rose? I have no idea. Do you know where Rose Street is?
It's not hugely important, but
no.
Yeah, I'm going off a map from the SLRA.
Rose Street? Rose, R-O-S-E. No, I have no idea. Yeah. It's none of these ones.
Yeah, super. Thanks for your help.
No worries.
Are you going? No.
Just have a check in.
The only question I had was where Rose Street is.
Rose
Because I was
Street,
going off the SLRA map.
down that way.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, I believe it's, further down that way, and I think it's left.
Yeah, good. No, I was walking up from Sindel and I was going by the map put on the document published on the SLRA website. So
Rose Street, what words?
I was just gonna come through that way.
Okay.
So I was gonna cut off Coleman and go through Rose and zigzag. So I'm tracking the works. I've been tracking level crossing removals and metro and now this, and I'm in Blackburn. And
Just like for personal purposes?
yeah,
Okay.
because it's transforming
Yes.
everywhere, and to get the before, the during, the after.
Oh, Rose Street is
Yeah.
on the other side, next to Glen Waverley.
Yeah.
Sorry,
But I won't
just gotta
go-
take this one.
I won't go down there now because I'm here.
Good afternoon.
So-
Yeah.
So I was down here in December when they announced the draft planning precincts. So I got the before and I got the after, or the start of the during. So it's
Do you
interesting.
also have an interest in the project?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if in an ideal world, you and I would be working together. I'm an office boy. This is sort of my gardening gear.
Yeah.
But I've got no engineering background, no office background. My background's marketing communications.
Yeah,
which
that's
is,
what Taylor and I do. We're in
oh,
comms.
okay, yeah. So I don't quite have like looking down the position descriptions. I've never been contacted to be interviewed. So this is the next best thing, basically.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
So, but
It's more of a, they do have like recruitment style website. So on the ⁴ website, because we work for the managing contractor. So
Yeah.
we work for ⁴,
yes,
so not the Suburban Rail Loop Authority.
yes,
But on both the websites you can apply through the
yeah. So, but I'll probably better if I talk to your HR people, I guess. But yeah, not having construction background.
Taylor didn't have
No?
construction background. She came from where did she come from? Council works.
Right,
And
yeah.
I came from, so I was at a security company, and
Yeah.
then I came from Metro Trains.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I came
yeah.
from level crossings.
Yeah, I've tried applying to Metro and level crossings, but yeah, no cigar.
Yeah.
But you know,
it's a tough gig.
Oh, I
There's,
bet it's competitive
a lot
too.
of us, yeah.
I bet it's competitive as
It
well.
is, and it's more so experience based. So if you do have experience, it doesn't matter if it's not.
Yeah, well, my background's marketing
Rail.
communications, and then international student education,
Yeah.
commercial property, mainly white collar professional services
Yeah.
like finance, bids, that sort of thing.
They're not like, I know especially ⁴, we're not really like, you don't have to come from a construction, a lot of us don't come from construction
Yeah.
backgrounds. Takes a bit of adjusting,
Yeah.
but you know, you can jump online and see what they've got going.
Yeah. It's a case of persisting because
for sure,
I've had bid writing experience in facilities maintenance, but didn't end up staying there very long. Yeah, like you
It's
said,
also
the adjustment.
like a case of like knowing someone who knows someone.
Yeah, and you can see me. I've been around the block a couple of times, so that's another thing as well.
Maybe level crossings as well. If I reach out to them, SRLA as the authority as well is pretty good.
Yeah, good.
It just depends. It's a tough gig, like I said.
Yeah.
Like even myself, going into like when I got made redundant from the Department of Transport, and then I came into this role, but I was stressed. I was like, how am I going to get a comms job in like an industry where it's like, if comms people are like a dime a dozen, but it's the good people they want. So,
and you know, without wanting to sound poor me, like I'm not really the age and the demographic and the background that big organisations are hiring.
yeah.
No.
It doesn't necessarily, like we don't, our team's quite versatile on the north and south side.
Yes.
We've got people from all walks of life, like
Yeah,
everything. So we don't really discriminate in that sense. But I understand what you mean. Like there are people out there who are like, you want something fresh, and even myself, like I'm pushing towards 30, and there's a different demographic.
Yeah, but it's such strange times that we're in, and so. But anyway, no, thanks for all those insights because
It's okay.
you know, doing what I'm doing, I've kind of got a little bit of freedom to make it up as I go along. But and I just like I was never a cars and trucks kid, but I'm in Blackburn, when our level crossing got taken out, like it was, I would have been stupid not to.
Oh, for sure.
So I've got, what is it, 8 years worth of experience doing this now, and it ties into my professional side, international student education, Deacon's, you know, Burwood project side.
So have you been to a possible for a walk?
Yeah.
Hi, how you going?
Yeah. I'm just wondering, can I get to the train station from here?
Yeah, so you can walk all the way around.
Yes.
And then just pop over.
All right. Got it. Thanks.
No worries.
The commercial property, the way that's going to change.
Yeah.
What's the other one? Yeah, so there's a few different topics that all intersect and integrate. So it's kind of like flowering in front of me, those ideas from a few years ago. So what I usually do, so you know, it's only because what I wanted to do was walk the radius, so the 1.6 k's to the station.
Yeah.
And just do that as for a viewer or someone who's searching, this is the kind of impact it's going to be as a physical demonstration. But what I usually do is I normally cross paths with a lot of traffic people, and I'll say g'day to them, introduce myself, explain what I'm doing, and then say if there's anything that you see that you don't like, tell me, and I stop. Because I don't want to be a nuisance. No. And I don't want to be in the way. And I don't wear this.
We do have a lot of people come around.
And
so
I don't wear this for a disguise. It's really, I've learnt I want to be safe. And
you've even got the rail one on.
Yeah, because I went up, because, I don't want to bore you with the story, but this is what I ended up with. And when I'm on public transport full time, like at night, it's safe as well. Yeah. So I've started wearing it actually every single time I go out. So,
the only thing is that some of our teams doesn't like being filmed.
I know. Yeah, so this is the other thing I've learned over the years, that if somebody, for whatever reason, and it happened down at Surrey Hills. Yeah. If I can tell you a quick story. One of the blue hats or the grey hats came from inside the site and put his hands on the barriers and said, mate, the guys at the crane were sitting under the crane and they got a bit antsy and like, do you have to? And no problem. No problem at all. I'm happy to stop or like I'll walk away because I don't want to distract somebody in a big operating big machinery.
Did you explain who our role is?
I've kind of learnt by osmosis.
Background is, sorry, what was it?
Sean.
Yeah, Taylor Cartier. His background's in comms. He wants to drop in comms at SRLA. But we're just saying like comms jobs is a tough gig if you can't find anything. I just got a call from a resident who said, I'm like, I've got to take this.
Yeah, no, my background's customer service and stakeholder management. So I know what it's like, but at the same time, I'm not going to come down here very often. I'm in Blackburn. Okay. So it'll be mainly Box Hill and Burwood I'm going to, if I do float down here. So from your point of view, if I approach and am approaching, would you like me to look for you guys as a rule, or ask the traffic guys?
A grey hat, probably. I would say just let them know I'm just here for this reason and I'm just going to take some, and then they'll just let us know because usually we're out in the office.
Just let them know also that you're an enthusiast and you do like the project.
If it's a project, sometimes they get freaked out that it could be new.
Because we do have those.
Yeah, I bet.
But just talk to the grey hats if you can. Just introduce yourself and then you should be fine.
I met one of the grey hats at Blackburn years ago, and he nearly
site supervisor.
He nearly got me onto the site at Blackburn, but then because I was independent, he said, sorry, we can't accommodate independent, which is fine. But the fact that he gave me so much of his time, like you guys are today, because
we always come up and just say hi.
I really appreciate it, because it's not my objective to distract you from your job, but out of a professional courtesy, to say who I am, what I'm doing, and things, because
and that's more so why we've come up to you as well. We're not coming up to you to tell you off. We're coming up to you because people do this. I know it can either obviously you've got there's a spectrum of people who actually hate the project, and there's people who are really interested in it.
But what I want to do is pump up the legacy we're all leaving and what it's doing to transform in a positive way. And because I was a kid when the loop went in, and I've still got really vivid memories of driving, zigzagging down the Trode Street around the shop tower because of the works. So, there's
kids
that side of it.
Kids do love this, like all over the other side. We're going to end up getting them on site to explain what we're doing and things like that.
I'm surprised at Surrey Hills. I always thought there'd be more kids there because it was so close to the Worksite boundary.
Yeah.
So
It's a tough crowd there. Well, nice to meet you, Sean. Thank you.
it was really hardcore that I had to give up in the end because it was too much stress.
Yeah.
And I could see the workers were stressed, the residents. Were you there the week the bakery guy punched?
Yes, I was. And it ended up on the news.
It was on the current affair.
I was actually around the corner when that happened.
Yeah, it wasn't nice. But do you want my contact details? I've got a card.
Oh yeah, that'd be great.
And then you can see.
We could just pop that in our customer management system as well. Just
No, because there's. Look, I've got a corporate and creative. Let me give you the corporate because the creative's not relevant. But you can see cool. The content and the work and how it all ties in. So yeah, I've only really just started getting my teeth into the SRL East.
Yeah.
Basically, but yeah, when the draft precinct document was released and announced in December, I went, hang on a second.
They do actually have a pop-up as well on the SRLA. Yeah. Obviously, they've got a pop-up on Friday at the library, I believe, between 11 and 1. Yeah. So if you wanted to talk to anyone from the authority about the precinct planning and stuff, head over to that. It's on the Big Build website as well.
I'm on public transport full time because I don't have a car. Yeah. I've got a license, but it's a bit tricky to get around. So today.
So I live in Bentley. And I moved here from South Australia and my dad goes, just catch the train. I'm like, Dad, that's what we're building. Yeah. I have to drive here. Otherwise I have to go here to Richmond, jump over and come back.
Yeah. What was going on in Adelaide the other day, last night?
Oh yeah, the Marion thing. So apparently are you talking about the Marion shopping centre? Yeah, apparently there was 2 groups of men who had weapons that were probably gang stuff in food court, and they just locked it down because they were afraid that something was going to blow up. But yeah, I think it was probably bigger than it was. But yeah, everyone's fine. I know everyone's just on heightened alert across Australia, I guess, from what happened in Sydney.
Such strange times.
It is, absolutely.
Oh, all the best.
Thank you.
And so you're here full time?
We're Glen Waverley full time. One of us are usually here Monday to Friday.
Yep. So Nikki,
Katia and Taylor.
You probably meet. I do look like a Nikki.
Yeah. Thanks so much for introducing yourselves. See you then. Good afternoon, stakeholders. It's Waterman, and as luck would have it, just as we were looking for the 902 Springvale Road bus to get us to the tram, to get us to Burwood Underground Railway Station near Deakin University in Melbourne's eastern suburbs, as luck would have it, we've stumbled upon a car park, 5 levels. We're on level 5 and we are looking directly over Glen Waverley station, platforms 1 and 2, and Myrtle Street and Coleman Road, the site of the new Glen Waverley Underground Railway Station as part of the Victorian State Government's Suburban Rail Loop project in partnership with STM Asia Pacific Construction. And straight in front of us you can see the roundabout where we began this location scout at this location, and directly running in a southwesterly direction in front of us underneath Myrtle Street between those two roundabouts. It is easy to spot in real time, real life, except 28 to 35 metres under Myrtle Street will be the new Glen Waverley Underground Railway Station, and that should give you a pretty good idea of the imprint of this new station precinct. Now let's go on to the topic of the day. And so, to set the scene, we are looking east towards Blackburn Road, and you can see that Glen Waverley has already been undergoing significant development density, tower complexes. Just like Box Hill, it is already going on, and the Victorian State Government, as reported in The Age today, the Herald Sun yesterday, and Maston is giving me the absolute screaming skid marks with her repeated attempts to contact me today. I will not answer texts either. I don't do texts. If you want to talk to me, I'm a human being. Thank you very much. So Glen Waverley Station, the terminating station of the Glen Waverley railway line, going west to the right of camera to Flinders Street. Now the reports in the media are that the Victorian State Government wants a is giving planning control to the Suburban Rail Loop Authority, 1,600 metres, 360 degrees around this new station precinct, apartment style towers going up to God knows what height. Imagine that fantastic view disappearing underneath, concrete and steel and washing hanging on people's balconies, which is already occurring in many suburbs these days now. And just imagine that instead of the Melbourne skyline, which we're famous for and why people are moving here, is going to disappear under concrete structures just like that in front of the camera. Is that what we really want? Well, according to Paul the bus driver this morning on the 703, and hello to you, well, he doesn't want it, and he's in Pinewood, which is to the left of camera, and now we're looking towards where we're heading next, which is Burwood Underground Railway Station. Deakin University is pretty much behind that stairwell and the lifts where we came up, and that's where we're heading now to try and sort out this media chaos, this mess that has pulled me off the Metro Tunnel Worksite today, where I like to ply my trade as a public transport infrastructure consultant. But oh boy, I've got my work cut out for me.
passengers please finish boarding. The train is ready to depart. This train